Hello everyone and welcome to Athena Games. Tonight we've got another flight night for you with a couple of games lined up, but first off we've got a Guns for Hire match. For those who watched on Thursday, there was an unboxing which happened about the upcoming expansion, and to join me in the booth for a few minutes before we get things underway, we've got the three unboxers that are actually from that night: Voitek, Max, and Michael.
Hello. Hey.
I realised I put myself off the edge of the camera. That was very clever of me, wasn't it? The camera works the other way around. Oh well, I'll leave myself here. It's fine.
Just have half your face.
It's fine. My good side, my bad side. So yeah, last Thursday we had the Hired Guns expansion, which we looked through you guys looked through the box, and had a look at what's coming out in the unboxing. Well, sorry, in the box for that when it comes out in the imminent future, we hope. Voitek got hold of the.
Rumor it might be next Thursday.
Ooh,
yes.
that's
soon,
very soon. Voitek actually got an advanced copy from
my buddy who went to Gen Con.
Yes, I was going to say now I can't remember who it was.
Jakub Tepper.
But yeah, I must admit I did watch that live a little bit when it started off, so it was nice to have a little bit of a delve in that. Yeah, we had a poll which we've just actually stopped before we came on air, which was about all the lists that were submitted, and our results are when it decides to work itself properly. That's clever. We'll move off that one. If it does it the other way around, that works out cleverly. That'll do. So yeah, we've got Voitek and Michael squaring off against each other tonight. We've got Max who's going to join me in the booth for the actual match itself. Yep. So we've got Voitek's Scum list against Michael's Imperial. I can't actually remember which ones I voted for. I think I probably actually voted for those two lists as well. And it's also going to be interesting as well because there wasn't really much lurking in that really for Imperials, was there?
No,
it was more looking at Rebels and...
This is almost just a normal Imperial list with Quickdraw and Vader, just with Harpoon missiles instead of cruise missiles.
Ah, yes.
And the Punisher. Right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, can't go wrong with the Punisher.
It's finally got enough stuff to be viable.
To be fair, if it's the Punisher you've been flying, that's a fun build.
But yeah, we've got that for you in a few moments' time. So we're actually going to get Michael and Voitek off to get things all set up. With Voitek being set up on the right-hand side, Michael on the left. So while that's going on, we'll take you actually through the lists. It's going to be a fun match. I'm actually looking forward to this. Yeah, because it's got a use of some of the pilots and the upgrades as well. So it's going to be nice to see what it does across the board. So. Yeah. So best of luck, guys.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you on the other side in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, sure. So best configuration with more here.
Yeah, something went a bit wrong with the right-hand screen there for a second, which was a bit of a
weird
thing. But yeah. So let's get the overlay with board no overlay set up. So you can see them all getting over that way. And
okay, so we've got is it the Imperials on the Bespin side of the board here?
So Voitek's going to be setting up on the right hand side, so it's going to be covering Voitek's going to be covering Cloud City this time.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so that's come on over Bespin and the Imperials in space.
Yes, coming towards Bespin, which will be interesting to see how that one works out. I can't remember really too much about these two lists, but they were definitely interesting. Let's put it that way.
So just looking at them here for the Michael's Imperial list, he's got a Darth Vader with the advanced targeting computer, guidance chips, and a harpoon missile. Quick Draw with trick shot, a fire control system, harpoon missiles, and the title, and some more guidance chips. And Death Rain with a collision detector, a bomblet generator, and lightweight frame.
Yeah, that's an interesting little loadout there. Actually, looking at that, isn't it?
It does a lot for Death Rain, actually, the bomblet generator. Because so for anyone not familiar, Death Rain has the ability of when dropping a bomb, you may use the front guides of your ship. After dropping a bomb, you may perform a free barrel roll action.
Yeah.
Which means, therefore, that as obviously the bomblet generator doesn't run out of bombs, Death Rain can potentially
Do
drop
that
bomb
every single turn.
that every turn constantly get free barrel rolls. And the lightweight frame obviously gives him some more defense, provided that the enemy is rolling more red dice than he has green. And considering he's agility 1, that's basically all the time.
Yes. I came up against there was a lightweight frame quad TLT aggressor list that came up at the UK Team Championships, which I attended at the weekend. So that was quite interesting to see.
A similar version, actually, I've seen to this Death Rain build. For a few more points, you replace the collision detector with advanced sensors.
Ah, yes.
So you barrel roll, you drop a bomb to barrel roll, and then you can you essentially get a TIE Punisher that can boost barrel roll before it does its maneuver.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It goes all over the place. It's wonderful. That version also had unguided rockets. So the advanced sensors was for allowing it to focus so that it, every turn, so that it would always, even if it was K turning, so it could still use its unguided rockets.
Yep.
Because those require a focus to fire.
Yep.
But then on the other side, Voitek's list. This is Scum. 3 ships again. We have got Captain Justero, the Kirax fighter, who can once per round, after an enemy ship that is not defending against an attack suffers damage or critical damage, you may perform an attack against that ship. So that's with the Vaxi title. That allows it to take 3 modifications and drop the points cost of every single upgrade it takes by 1 to a minimum of 0. With Deadeye, Harpoon missiles, Glitter Stim, Guidance chips, and a munitions failsafe. Along with that, we have Thweek, the Star Viper pilot who can do some nonsense. Take someone else's pilot's skill or ability from the opposing side, your choice. That he is flying with proton torpedoes, the Mark II title, the Virago title as well. Not actually written on that list, but he's got a fire control system, so he has to have it. And a fire control system. And guidance chips.
Yeah. So there's guidance. So fire control system will give him the target lock. So fire is protons.
Yep.
Which he can then use his guidance chips to modify.
Yes.
Which is going to be lovely.
Yes. And finally, a Lock Revenant. That is the pilot skill 3 Skurg generic with an EPT. That has Deadeye, extra munitions, harpoon missiles, proximity mines, the Havoc title, a fire control system, and R4E1, who I believe is the droid that allows you to drop bombs with an action even when after you've done a red maneuver or when stressed. I can't remember the exact wording on it.
I think so. You can do something about when it's stressed with.
And may then discard the droid to remove that stress that you've just taken.
Yeah.
So it can do a 3 Talon roll and then drop proximity mines twice.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I'll have to see how that works. He says having a few technical issues with the overlay to get herself started. That's a good sign, isn't it?
Yeah. That's what you want.
I can't even find where that shield door's gone.
And it looks as though Michael has the initiative. He's just put down the first rock.
Yep. Let's get that set up. So, That's worrying that I can't find the thing for that. Ooh, hello. But yeah, this looks like it's got a nice little asteroid deployment here as well. It's also interesting because normally we have to look at it more for having big ships there, but there's no big ships here tonight.
No, everything's a small base,
which is interesting to see. So yeah, they're going to probably be able to nip through those asteroids anyway. But
well. Actually, Deathrain being able to barrel roll even might still actually have a chance at that. Normally, Punisher's not going to have too good of a time avoiding rocks, but this one might.
Yep. We'll just have to see how that one goes. But yeah, I'm quite interested to see which condition Threek takes here.
It's an interesting one. Michael has...
He's taking the pilot skill. He's indicating 9.
He's okay. That, I think, makes a lot of sense.
Or is he taking the ability?
No, that would make no sense with one shield. No, that's definitely going to be Threek pilot skill 9. As Voitek has the... is moving second.
Yeah.
That means Threek is necessarily going to be going last. This is one of the best things Threek can do. With an initiative bid, you can more or less guarantee that your Threek is going to be moving after everything else.
That sounds crazy.
It's excellent. It does mean that, therefore, Threek will have no ability in-game, but what you've got there is a pilot skill 9 Star Viper.
It's not very often you see those, is it, really?
No. Things before now, the only one that could manage it was Prince Zizor with VI, and you never really see Zizor on the board.
No, you don't.
No. I mean, before now, if you saw a Star Viper on the board, you could more or less guarantee that it was going to be Guri.
Yes.
But now it has some good options, and Thweek is definitely one of them.
Yes, definitely. I can now find where the whole bar went.
Oh, all the way over there.
All the way over there.
Wow. It'd gone to visit the other side.
Yeah. We will get the overlay up in a few minutes, just when everything is all set up here. We aren't too far away, actually, which is quite nice.
Very good, as the ships are setting up. Now, Thweek has been placed because when taking pilot skill, he doesn't guess it until after he's been put on the board.
And after all the ships are deployed, isn't it? It's after...
Yes, that's when he actually becomes the pilot's skill.
Yep.
So he will always place at pilot skill 4. But he will move last. So after Vader and Quick Draw. And there's the handshake.
Yep.
So we will be beginning.
Let's get that underway from there.
Mm-hmm. It is. That's not the right amount of time. It's missed the hour. The match is not 15 minutes long. Just so you're aware, we're not that cool.
That is really weird. At this point, I won't actually be able to see this anyway because it's.
Live output is. Oh wait, no, the output format is missing the hour.
That might be a good. And then.
Colon.
Yeah.
There we go. Problem solved. Now the time is correct, which I don't think you could see anyway.
Not at this point, but you will do when we got the overlay all set up. So.
Anyway, let's see. So we've got the starting dials placed. So just beginning now. So this is a very interesting one. So apart from Thweek, all of both of Voitek's will be moving before everything Michael has. He has the point skill advantage over most things. So that looks like a slow start from the Lock Revenant.
Yep. I don't blame him for this really though, because it's kind of, you can use that Lock Revenant as a bit of a bait really, I suppose.
Possibly, or maybe Voitek's just going for a slow approach, given that he's up against some potentially very fast ships with Vader and Quick Draw.
Yes, definitely.
Especially as they are both carrying harpoon missiles. He probably wants to control his approach and not take those too quickly. Also note that he's set up so that his ships are quite some distance from each other in order to avoid, in order to avoid the splash damage from those missiles.
Yeah, that was something you were saying about actually in the unboxing itself. Mm-hmm. It's one of those splash kind of effects,
similar to assault missiles or ruthlessness.
Yep. But also think about it with like the Fairship Rebels and all that stuff. That's going to be a direct counter.
Yes, it is. That's and if anyone didn't see the unboxing stream on Thursday, that was something we brought up with the harpoon missiles, that these are going to be very strong against what has been the single top list in the game for... Oh, hang on. Thweek should not be able to barrel roll like that.
He's got a bendy boost. Do you want to go and resolve that quickly?
Oh, I think he might have just realised, or he's not doing it anyway. Yeah, he remembered.
Or was he just doing the point of saying it could do this, but now it's...
No, I think he forgot. This is a new thing. Previously, only one ship has been able to boost.
Yeah, or do anything.
Has been able to boost on a barrel on a curved move. It was one of the named pilots on the TIE Interceptor, but it caused him to take stress. It was an early one from before FFG had really figured it out. It's why you never see him on the board.
No,
it's a very good ability. Except it also he was required to take stress when he did it.
Whereas nowadays, that's kind of like now you've got it without the stress component.
Which is what that particular pilot should have had.
But have you seen several things now that you go like, well, this was actually this like many moons ago,
mm-hmm.
and now you're getting it as like a slightly different effect with a different kind of outlay.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fairly clear that FFG and I suppose the particular designers have learned an awful lot of how to design the game from compared to when they started.
You would kind of hope so. Some nearly 12 ways in, you'd have thought by now they'd have ironed out the little bugs that happened in
the early days. But I think they absolutely have for a lot of them. There's a few little things they got that were potentially mistakes in the early waves that they're starting to correct. Although there's a few
still sort of lurking out there a little bit, I suppose.
Yeah. But
yeah, one little baby step at a time.
It's going to be the nature of any living game that the designers are going to start to get are going to learn more about how to put expansions together as they continue, or even as if say the particular people involved change over time.
Yes. Yeah, that's definitely something though that they've had to consider over time as well, as when they've
mm-hmm.
built something like, is it going to necessarily break or ask questions of like what's come out before to where we are now? I think there's still a few lurking out there, but
I think I'm fairly certain some of the developers have made statements regarding the design of Biggs and how that would be quite significantly different if he were created now. something more along the lines of at least giving the person playing against him a choice of shooting bigs at full power or taking a penalty to shoot something else rather than just you can't. But it's a hindsight thing. I mean, that's
Well, from his original release though, he has had a little mini nerf in the fact of if you have something that can step toe around bigs, because he's now you can decide which
what weapon to use
weapon to use
before
against it.
you were yes.
Whereas, so if you had a turret...
See, and this is a target lock, from Vader onto Justero.
Yep.
Okay, so we're coming into actual combat range. No, that wasn't Vader. This is Vader. That was quick draw.
I do like those blue... the blue that's been painted by Michael on these. It's really nice kind of...
The that red Kirax as well is quite nice. That Voitek's flying.
I do like his little models that he's got for those, because they're molded.
And that's a target lock from Thweek onto Vader.
Thweek's gonna go and hit him big time, I think. Also taking
and that's he's popping the glitter stim on Justero now.
Hang on a minute. There's a range band 1 here, isn't there?
They do appear to be range band 1 from each other.
So if Justero can hit Redline, so Death Rain.
No, not Death Rain. Death Rain's all the way up there. That's Vader.
So it's Vader. So if it's Vader, the splash damage effect can hit Quick Draw.
Yeah.
Oh, that could be because it would take damage and then you would fire back.
Yes. Let's see, that's 3 from, I believe that's... Oh, no. Okay, this is quick draw firing the harpoons. That was 2, and the target lock, that could be 4. I think that's 4, although there might be a focus in there somewhere. It's quite hard to tell. And that's...
2 evade?
2 spend... Yep.
So
Glitterstim turns that into 2. It was 1 and a...
And the shot
focus.
Was against the lock?
Yes. No, that was against Justero.
Ooh.
So Justero has now gone down to 3 hull.
So he lost his shield. Whoops.
Oh dear.
Lost his shield.
There we go. Lost 1 hull.
1 hull. So let's get this up now quickly while there's
as this
in
is
between shots.
mostly right. And this will be Vader also using harpoon missiles into Justero. Here we go. Excellent. Now we can all... And that's guidance chips for... That looks like 4 hits against Justero from Vader. That was Vader. Quick draw was the first one.
Okay.
Yeah. They both have They both have harpoons. Or they both did have harpoons. Those are gone now. And that looks like... another 2 evades. So that's... Is that Justero gone? Yes, that's Justero gone. Just dropped off the board.
Sorry, Justero, you didn't stay around anywhere near long enough.
That's that's the power of an Alpha Strike. And now this looks like that's the proton torpedoes from Thweek into Vader. So that's going to be 4 dice. Yeah, that's range 3. This is potentially very painful for Vader. That looks like a lot. And that turns into a crit. Is that 3 and a crit?
Looks like it.
Yes.
Because protons you can change out that way.
You can change a focus to a...
Ooh.
And that looks like 2, so that's Vader's shield's gone.
Well, we do like games that go really quickly, but this is a lot quicker than I think we were expecting.
There we go. That's Vader's shield's gone. No, well, that's most of the munitions gone now. So
that is also
Vader and Quick Draw are out of that.
So So Threek is there.
So this is Death Rain firing into Thweek. But no, Jostero just gone right off the bat, and that looks like 1. No, Star Viper should... Yeah, Thweek's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to have seen Jostero.
Get to do his thing, but no, Pilot Skill 9 with Harpoon
With Big
missiles.
Punch.
With Big Punch, that's going to take something off the board really quickly. So, and that...
So that's Deadeye firing his...
Yep. Harpoons. Into Vader. This makes... and that's... That doesn't look great. Oh, that's quite... Oh dear. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Is it guidance chips?
And guidance chips for 2. Oh dear.
Well, for hit crit technically, but that's fine. That's just bounced.
Oh dear. That's... Oh no, that's one through.
On to... Who was it, Vader?
Vader, shaken pilot, I think that was. So he's not going straight.
Because he's taken a damage, that should splat the... That should
yes,
splash.
it does, and that's what's going to happen. Because the crit went through. Oh no, that was
harpoon. after the harpoon effect.
That was harpoon missiles gone into him, so Vader has been harpooned, which means the next time he takes a crit, splash damage will occur. Or he can use one of his actions. He's Vader. He gets 2 to remove it at the risk of a damage.
But if you don't remove it and it dies as well, it also then deals splash damage as well.
It does.
So Vader's in that really, really tricky predicament here, isn't he? Especially if the Locked Revenant just goes, I block.
Yes, that it could do, although the splash damage does hit everything in range 1.
Yeah, but the lock can take it.
The lock can take it, so it might be willing to do so. Either way, that's a reasonable amount of damage on Vader.
And that fire control from Threek is already set up.
It is. Although Thweek no longer has the Protorps, those have already been fired. So we'll be relying on natural dice. Although the Lock Revenant still has a harpoon of its own.
Yes, because it had extra munitions, so it had 2 of them.
Yes.
And also has a proxy mine as well.
It does, although that does not... that won't affect the harpoon.
But it would have affected Jostero.
It would have affected Jostero, yes, absolutely. Jostero could absolutely take an extra shot.
I would have loved a bit of a Bamzuki list where you take some Z95 with Deadman switches. They die off, deal a damage, and then Jostero just goes bang.
Potentially.
It's one of those crazy lists or crazy ideas that you just think, nah.
How are you going to get Jostero's ability off?
Yes.
Admittedly, against that, what you do is you knock Jostero out as quickly as possible.
In every single situation, because of Jostero's effect, he becomes public enemy number 1, unless he's paired with something like Fen or something big
and scary.
Yeah, and Fen does that to people. It makes you go,
or Talonbane.
Yes,
Talonbane Cobra. Especially the kind of builds you'll be able to get Talonbane to get with him these days. With the Vaxai.
Yes,
he's going to. I do think we're going to be seeing a lot of Talonbane Cobra.
I love
starting very soon.
I love Talonbane months ago. So
he was a good ability in what was up until this expansion a mediocre ship. Realistically,
it was still a bit expensive for what he did.
A bit expensive for what it did, and suffered a lot of the same problems as an X-wing, and that it just dies quite quickly. But
now it has options of 3 mod slots and can take engine upgrade and auto thrusters.
Yes, that and just cheapening the whole thing. The Vaxai's points cost reduction on every upgrade you put on it is very, very nice.
Yeah,
and does deal with the ship's biggest problem.
Yes, I'll have to see how this works out. I had a list that I had with 3 aces, and I would like to give that another run again when I've got everything for it.
And that's 3 forward from the Lock Revenant.
If it was me, I'd drop a. Would you drop a proxy mine knowing that Threek might be the one that triggers it?
Not from there. If he'd done, do they have K-Talons? Or is it just the Talon roll?
3 Talons, yeah.
It's just the Talon roll. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, if he's done the Talon roll, then he could drop the bomb and drop the bomb out the back, and it would hit both of them at that point, you would have thought. Well,
no, because the displacement would have been completely different. Okay, so this is Deathrain doing his thing. He drops a bomblet.
Should that be in front of him?
It depends when Michael chooses to put it.
Oh, so it's a may rather than a must.
Absolutely, yeah. He can drop the front or the back, and either way he gets his barrel roll. Makes him potentially quite nice.
Cool. He can, the way Michael's playing it this turn, it's like Deathrain's going to be a sniper. It's not very often you say that with a Punisher, just literally sneaking around the side and going.
Deathrain with the bomblet generator is more than capable of moving in ways that your opponent is not going to expect. I do think that it's going to be something that we see.
See, if they had dropped the proxy mine there,
that would have been a quick draw running over it.
But if that basically wiped out all those shields in one go,
I'm not certain it would have hit. Oh, that is a bump. I think that's what Voitek was going for. Bumping Vader, who is still harpooned.
Oh yes, so he can't then turn it down.
He cannot remove the harpoon there or get any of his other actions.
So Voitek's probably going to have to barrel roll 3 here because there's no arc currently.
No, I think
bendy boost or bendy barrel roll.
No, Voitek, that's the wrong
bendy
one.
Bendy barrel roll.
That's he keeps forgetting. He keeps forgetting that barrel.
He keeps forgetting and then remembers what it actually is now.
Yeah, he has to barrel roll this way, and he can go. That makes a lot of sense. That will get him Vader in arc and dodge quick draws arc, and get him out of range 1 of Vader for the splash damage, assuming he gets it.
And also, it keeps him out of range of the Punisher as well.
It keeps him away from the Punisher. That's he's not dodged Vader's arc, but
console fire.
Oh, when did that happen? Was that console?
That must have been console fire rather than like a blinded pilot.
Oh, I thought it was stunned pilot, but
Or
no.
stunned
Okay,
pilot.
in that case, the bump was extra good. Wow, Vader is in trouble.
So this is
range 1
rear arc of...
No, yeah, this is a front arc, that was a sloop.
Oh, sloop, sorry, my apologies. I should have realised the stress.
Yeah. So then Quick Draw gets a target lock, that's into the Lock Revenant, who has lost some shields.
I don't know how many shields, actually.
And that's Vader attempting to shoot Thweek and missing.
Thweek goes no.
But that's Vader without any mods. Vader without any mods is not going to hurt anything.
So, what does it look like?
That's 1 shield off of the Lock Revenant. And that's a lot of damage into Vader. I think he might be dead. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely dead Vader.
Oh, one of them's a crit. That's Vader gone.
And when he takes that crit, it's going to create
and that was a major
damage.
Explosion.
So he's going to take a... So
that happens when you...
2.
I think that's an ore. I think... No, it's going to be... they're reading the card. I'm fairly certain it's a damage, not a damage card at this point. So that'll be a shield. Yep, that's a shield off Quick Draw. And it should be a shield off the Lock Revenant as well.
Yep, so the Lock Revenant has
lost 2 shields. And Quick Draw has lost 1.
1.
And therefore, because that's Quick Draw, will get another shot.
This is one of those things that I think... I can see what he was going for with the bump, but now the bump might cost him some extra punishment on the Lock Revenant.
I think he doesn't mind overly much, to be honest. He got Vader off the board. And getting Vader off the board is more, it's...
So he's got 1 evade, there goes 2 more shields.
Yep. And now Vader is gone. So that's the Punisher. That's Death Rain, firing range.
So when he was destroyed as well, shouldn't they have taken another damage each?
No. They take a damage because he's destroyed.
Okay.
Or because he's taken the crit. It's kind of a
Okay.
neither.
So that's the last of the shields gone on the Lock Revenant.
Yes.
This is one of those games that's going really, really, really quickly, and I think it's now just... It's one of those things like a couple of minutes ago, with Vader gone, you say it's in Voitek's court, but now with Quick Draw still lurking there...
No, I didn't.
I thought it might have done, personally.
This could go either way at this point in time. Thweek's undamaged, but so's Death Rain, and Quick Draw has only lost one shield, which means she will definitely be able to Quick Draw again.
Well, if Voitek pulls a one bank with the Lock Revenant and then drop his proxy out the back, it will immediately blow up on
Death Rain.
On Quick Draw.
On Quick Draw.
And if it's lost here with only one of his mods, that ain't too bad.
Yeah.
And if that's what blows off his shields, and then there's going to be a possible bump, and Threek can come in and punch some damage...
even if it is just one shield, Quick Draw's ability is once per turn. So even if then the actual combat phase
removes the
other shield, then it's much of a muchness at that point. Basically, as long as with Quick Draw you try to limit the number of free shots she gets. I mean, at the moment she's on track for the perfect Quick Draw of losing one shield a turn. But
that could all change.
It could change. It absolutely could. She doesn't have her lightweight frame here because she's a munitions carrying Quick Draw.
No.
Which is what you normally see if she's not going to be taking a munition any sort of missiles. Then she'll.
I wasn't going to bang that way though. Oh, has he put it that way? So when he moves through, he's
here comes the proximity mine.
I didn't expect that way. I was thinking bank towards the Punisher, but
no. This makes an awful lot of sense. It won't land on her immediately,
and if she moves,
then she might not
move far enough.
She might not have the shot,
especially not have the shot on
the Revenant. The Revenant.
Sorry,
she is Quick Draw.
Yeah, sorry.
No.
But would you rather have that shot against an unmodified Thweek though? Well, they get there again. You've got no mods.
That would be out the back, which is only going to be two dice. So it's not going to be too bad.
2 dice, no mods.
2 dice, no mods. That against undamaged Thweek. I think that's entirely reasonable. Who has 3 dice?
However, on the other hand, if the Punisher is gone that way, and the Punisher now takes this...
that's entirely possible. That is the risk if Death Rain... If Death Rain takes that damage...
Oh no, because Death Rain can go, I drop a bomb here.
But what if Michael chooses...
Yeah.
To take that damage on Death Rain instead of Quick Draw, because it makes more sense for him to do so. So now that's 3 dice of damage that's going into Death Rain.
Not into Quick Draw.
Not into Quick Draw. Which may well be Michael choosing to do that because it's better for him.
And also remember, he still gets his action after
and
this.
That looks like 2. I believe. Yep, that's 2 shields off Quick Draw, not Quick Draw, Death Rain, and that would have been really bad for Quick Draw because that would be her shields gone.
Yeah.
Whereas,
that was a good choice for Michael there.
Absolutely, no. He could possibly have avoided that, and yet Quick Draw was going to go
into it.
But now she won't.
And now she's right up.
She clears that stress. Was that a bump?
Backside.
That was not a bump. She's taken a focus. That's a bad time for the Lock Revenant, especially as it's. Well, Thweek might be able to get out of that arc if he wants to. It just depends what he chooses to do here.
I'm trying to work it out from here. Bendy barrel roll somewhere is what I'm thinking.
He could go for more barrel roll. He might be able to avoid. It depends really on whether he'll be able to avoid Quick Draw's arc.
Part of me's thinking he might not.
But also he might just choose. Yeah, that's a target lock into the Death Rain.
Because you could have bank boost it towards, well, basically to flank
Yeah, and Quick Draw is going to go for the double shot.
Yep.
Because she can. And I think that's probably why Voitek is not aiming at Quick Draw here, because it would give her essentially 4 shots in a turn, all at range 1 from that distance, which would be the Lock Revenant dead and Thweek in some serious pain.
There's 3 hits.
No, that's 2. That was 2. That's 2 hits. That was an eyeball.
Lock anyway. Oh, okay.
That was an eyeball. That looks like 1. So that looks like...
Oh, crit.
Oh, a crit. That's a stunned pilot. Bumps for damage. That isn't too bad on the lowest pilot skill thing on the board.
The thing that's actually moving first, actually. Because there was a pilot skill... Oh, no, there was a...
No, there's the lowest pilot skill thing on the board, so he... a stunned pilot really isn't too bad as these things go. And that's Thweek's lost his shield.
Just imagine Thweek having the ability to... Taking Quick Draw's ability here. I'll have a shot against that Punisher right now.
Yeah, not as good as the pilot skill.
No, not in this case.
You've only got 1 shield. That's not a good ability for Thweek. But that's Thweek going at range 1 against the Punisher. Target lock onto that.
That's nice.
That looks to me like that. One of those looks like a focus, so I think that might be 3. And fire control system to get it back. Yes, that's 3, only from crits. And that's a lightweight frame, so he gets another one. And that looks like 2, so that will be the other shield from Death Rain, I believe.
Michael's list is really soaking up the damage here.
Yep, that's 1 more, so that is... Oh, that's a crit onto Death Rain. That's a console fire on Death Rain.
Oh, so it wasn't 2, it was actually only just 1.
We missed the... we must have missed a shield going off Death Rain somewhere. And that's going to be lots of damage into... That's another damage onto the Lock Revenant, who is limping.
So 3 hit points left.
Yes.
Quick Draw kind of needs to be priority number 1 here, but not to give away shots.
There was a very good reason Voitek didn't go for Quick Draw this turn. Those extra shots, the Lock Revenant would be dead, and most likely, and Thweek would probably have taken another couple of damage. At least 1. It was not a good call to shoot Quick Draw in this situation.
So in this situation, actually, I would actually probably do that one straight with the Lock Revenant. Drop your last bomb.
That gives that just gives Quick Draw the same number of another double tap shot. It's not ideal. If
you bank it with... I'm trying to think of getting the Lock Revenant out of arc, because the target lock is not on Thweek.
Yes, no, it's not on Thweek. He's doing the 1 bank. He might then drop the bomb and try to do the proximity mine thing again. I think I would not be surprised if he dropped the proximity mine again now. Yep, there it goes. That's his second proximity mine. He's run out of those. And it doesn't hit anyone immediately. It's just a question of who is it going to hit.
It's definitely going to hit one of them.
Oh, one of them's going over that. I mean, Quick Draw wouldn't be able to avoid it if Death Rain misses it. But to be honest, I think it's most
likely...
Bomb out
back.
Yep, so he will be allowed to do a barrel roll, probably why. Being Death Rain, he gets to do his barrel roll.
Which way is he going to go here? He's going to try to go in between, which isn't a bad call.
Yeah.
I think he might not have it, though.
Ooh,
that is close.
It's close. He might be able to make it. Worth having a look. I think he's decided he can't. Oh, no, he's... Listen. He's decided not to at all.
Because he's probably realised it's probably better.
He has chosen not to. It is a May on the barrel roll for Death Rain. So this is something he can do.
Yep, this is going to get
choose not
a
to.
little bit messy now.
A touch. So it looks as though Quick Draw is going to be the one hitting that mine. Probably. I'm not sure there's very much that... and he's fixing the console fire.
That's not a bad call either.
It's usually a good call when you have one of those things. They are
ferocious,
deeply unpleasant. So where's Quick? Yeah, Quick Draw is clearly crossing that mine, and we're snookering Deathrain just to be able to move Quick Draw better. So that will be 3 dice of damage. That's a sloop from Quick Draw.
Yep,
and 3 dice of damage from the mine.
I wonder which one he's going for here.
That looks like just the one.
Okay.
Sure, that is...
If it was me, I would have asked Michael to have rolled that one that landed on top of the...
It showed a clear result.
Mm.
And now Quick Draw is going to be Quick Draw, so she now has 1 shield remaining.
So she, at the moment, still yet again has been the perfect Quick Draw.
So far, unless she loses another shield this turn.
Yes, true.
And that looks like... That looks like 3. And that looks like the Lock Revenant just died. That's...
Oops. This is basically confirmed
that
the
turn,
game, really.
Possibly. Voitek really needed that proximity mine to do more damage than that. 1 was not enough.
No.
And now he has some decisions to make with how Thweek's moving.
Threek's really got to get a shot on Quick Draw.
Thweek desperately needs a shot on Quick Draw. If he does get one and hits, that will be Quick Draw dropped to no shields, which is really what he most
if he
desperately
barrels
needs.
back where he needs to be, he might take that proxy that bomblet.
Yeah.
You can see why Voitek's thinking long and hard about this.
He's going for it anyway, so he's just going to try and soak that damage. It does mean he's not taking any of the shots this turn. So I think he's just accepting that, and that looks like it did nothing. So he got lucky. He got very lucky there. And now he's going for Quick Draw. Well, that is... and that's not a great shot. But he's moving the target lock. Sensible. That's evaded. Oh, well, that's the perfect Quick Draw then.
Yep.
Thweek is going to struggle. If you can take down Quick Draw, then Thweek v Deathrain is on Thweek's side, but Quick Draw is still going to be a problem, and I think Michael has probably got this one.
I think he probably has as well, but you never write anything off.
No. So at this point, well, let's see. Quick Draw is stressed, so I think what I would do with Thweek, I'd be tempted by the 1 hard to the left.
Yes,
that would be a good way to catch Quick Draw.
Yeah, and
it's a white maneuver on the on the Star Viper.
That is because you'd move after the Punisher.
Yes, so that would be out of the way. That's absolutely fine. The problem would be whether you'd be out of the way of the Punisher's bomblet, because I reckon Michael will just be dropping them,
dropping
them all over the place.
Barrel roll, performing your. Yeah. I'm thinking potential K-turn.
I think a K-turn, and I don't think he needs to. I'm not certain he needs to barrel roll, but a K-turn would be reasonable. Okay, that looks like that's the K-turn. No barrel roll because there was no need to. Not from
no,
not at that point.
No, so I have to see what happens here.
And that's... Oh, no, Voitek's sort of the precise positioning.
Ooh.
Quick Draw does have a barrel roll. And he's going to take it, yeah.
The risk being, though, if this bomb goes off and it actually hits Quick Draw,
I don't think it will. And then what? Yeah, the one hard. That's... Okay, but that's very close to that bomb, which he really does not want to be that close to that bomb.
Cool,
But
really?
he's not going to have a shot on quick draw. Now he could boost.
Yeah, boost is probably your best option.
A boost to the left towards Deathrain here.
Yeah.
That would be the right from the direction Thweek is pointing in here. Oh no, he's going for the barrel roll, which should also be enough to get him the distance. He will be taking a shot. If he goes that way, he'll be taking 2 shots, but he will actually get a shot himself, which he probably really does need. He needs to be doing...
You can see Voitek is really thinking about this one.
Yeah, he's not in... Okay, yeah, that means he'll only be taking a shot from Deathrain, from the Punisher. The bomblet is going to be... Oh, that is apparently is going to be hitting quick draw, but it looks like it did nothing.
That would be in Sod's Law if he'd a barrel roll behind quick draw and it had gone off and actually hit quick draw.
Yeah. And that looks like 2, I think. That looks like... No, that's a point of... Oh, that's a crit.
Direct hit as well, I think, isn't it?
Oh, that looked like it may well have been, yes.
Oh dear.
Unpleasant.
But, knowing that has just come up,
Oh.
would you have taken that risk and have sat right behind? Because I wouldn't.
No, because then they'd have both shot him, and at this point...
You kind of feel just Voitek just doing a sloop is just,
No, Thweek is slooping. Thweek really should be slooping at this point.
and just do a 2 hard or 1 hard from quick draw.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and that's... that's just a 1 forward there. Into a bump. That's swiveling on magnets.
Yes.
Hard turn from quick draw. Hard 2, I think.
Reacquire the target lock.
Already has... Yep. Yeah, that's... Oh, he's doing a hard 2. He's going for the... He's going for the shot, and no, that's a
Or was
bump.
he covering for both angles? Because if that's the case, I think that's Thweek in a...
That's a bump. That was a bump.
Oh, that's a whole range of trouble.
And that looks like 1. He's fine. He's alive.
Just imagine...
Oh no! Wait. No, that's another damage onto Thweek from the looks of it. That looks like Thweek has a hull left.
Oh.
No, Michael is... Michael
Yes,
probably has
I
this
can see
one at
that
this
now,
point.
Yes.
Yeah, I do think Michael has this one.
I really think if it was me, if Voitek had taken that sloop, he had the target lock, he had at least a mod to fire with. Even if he was at like range 3, that's 3 versus 3 with 4 evade dice.
Yeah. Twice though, because quick draw would be getting even more shots off. And that's Deathrain dropping a bomb forwards, which he's allowed to do because he's Deathrain.
Oh, hang on, is Deathrain going for this potential block on this sloop?
Ooh, maybe.
But your best bet here. I know he's disengaging. Or is he going for the block to the...
No,
He's
yes.
covered the left slope.
He has covered that. He has.
But from where that was, you would go, okay, if I want to slope, the safest bet is to go right, because...
I don't. It's capable of fitting both directions. But yeah, the right would, and that looks like that's going to be a sloop from quick draw. Yeah, at this point, if Thweek is slooping left, then that's going to be blocked by Death Rain. What is he doing? That is exactly what he's done, and that's blocked. No.
Why didn't Voitek sloop it to the right?
It made... yeah. And that's a range 3.
Though.
No, it's a range 3. That was a range 2 ruler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the bomblet does nothing. And that's 3 dice against... it should be... Game.
Wow.
Game.
Well, it was an explosive game, we'll give it that. It's just a shame that Quick Draw didn't take some more damage, or the fact that Michael used that first proxy mine to his advantage just to go Death Rain.
The fact that the second one only did 1 damage is unfortunate. Voitek really needed that to not happen.
Oh yeah,
and I think he lost Jostero way too soon, which was
he didn't get a shot out of him.
Which
it was
really
like about
not
20,
what you wanted.
It was like mid 20 points of nothing, effectively.
Yeah, that's a real problem. They've just finished.
Yeah, so our second match, Darren just popped in just to ask about timings. We're still going to probably run it close to the approximate timing we'd normally run anyway, which is about 8:30 here, so another half an hour, so timer works perfectly for that.
Lovely.
It also gives us a bit of time to speak to both Michael and Voitek if they wish. But that was really, really explosive.
I'd say I still like this Death Rain style. The bomblet generator has breathed new life into the Punisher, or this one particular Punisher at least.
Yeah.
That combined with the lightweight frame, giving it just a little bit longer. So
definitely. But from what we've seen,
it's excellent for it.
But from what we've seen, like Justero and Thweek, do you think they're going to get as much players like Guri or...
Thweek, yes. Absolutely Thweek. Because this isn't the exact build I would normally expect to see on Thweek. I would normally... what I would normally expect to see on Thweek is both titles, fire control system and auto thrusters.
Yeah.
And that puts you in at around 30.
Yeah, that's quite a nice little point value.
He's a pocket ace. He's a cheap little pocket ace. And being able to put that in with an initiative bid and just say, your highest pilot skill, I'm at that now. Or if they happen to have a really good pilot ability. Like you put him up against Fairship Rebels and you say, I have a 3 agility bigged with auto thrusters.
Yes. Or I know when the stream was going on last week, there was that is it Omega Race? The pilot skill, the one that has pilot skill 12.
Yes.
I
think,
but it keeps
until it takes a damage card.
Of course, yeah, you take the ability, and then he takes the damage card, and then
but with Thweek you don't take the ability, you take the pilot skill, because it's the pilot skill at the point at which they
deploy at. So he deploys as having
it's
no
not
damage.
The point, it's not the point they deploy it. It's the pilot skill they have immediately after deployment.
And because they wouldn't have taken any damage cards at that stage,
pilot skill 12, and Thweek would remain pilot skill 12 for the entire game, no matter what, which is ridiculous. But either way, Thweek being able to just have, I am going to be the highest pilot skill with an initiative bid, that's going to be just so useful.
Yes,
and if you come up against something where your pilot skill, say if your opponent is playing largely low pilot skills and it doesn't really, or things like that doesn't really matter so much, you can take an ability.
Yes. There's no harm in doing that.
depending on what abilities you come up against,
Yeah.
you can do some quite nice things. I saw just before this one, Voitek was in a match against a pile of A-wings where we took Jake Farrell's ability.
Yes.
So focus for a free boost or barrel roll. Combined with the Star Viper Mark II to barrel roll on
I get a
on a bank,
focus.
barrel roll on a bank,
And also,
and have a fire control system.
Fire control
Beautiful.
basically has all the mods, and I go
With a
so I've
barrel
got
roll.
everything, and now I've gone out of your arc.
Yeah, it's superb. So Thweek we'll be seeing an awful lot of, and
And
here they
the
come.
guys have arrived now.
Hello.
Hello again.
So that went.
Quickly and brutally.
Yeah, it did do that.
I think it sort of proved the game as a start when you lost Justero without even firing or getting his
There was
ability
no,
to prop.
it only verified my opinion on him that he is good, but he's not tournament good. Because in the current meta, when there are PS 9, 10, 11 guys with rockets, he's just gonna die before he will do anything.
I mean,
Yeah.
As we were saying just before the stream started, he is the worst pilot skill in the game, which is pilot
Yeah.
skill 4.
So yeah, Tweak is great.
Yeah.
And this is another game when I used Tweak, and he was like the last piece on the
Yes.
board that was like killing people and trying to do something, but against two opponents. Okay, no, well, he's not that good after all.
True. You did get a bit unlucky with some of the proximity. The second proximity mine only
Yeah.
doing 1 damage.
Yeah, Quick Draw could have rolled more.
Yeah.
And also, both the Harpoon missiles that went into Tweak get 4 hits, but that's really the expected value.
Yeah.
So Tweak, so Josero would have to be more than lucky to survive.
Yeah.
And he didn't. So
Yeah.
I was not really surprised. I was expecting this.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
tried to keep him maybe out of the range, but not too much because they would just jump on the Lock Revenant and like. kill him.
And kill that. Yeah.
So
And that's kind of
really
what
a big
happened
difference.
not long after that as well.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
kind of like.
But to be
bam.
honest, Lock Revenant, like it shows the difference between those two ships. He will survive at least this initial Alpha Strike to like drop a mine,
Yeah.
to throw his own Harpoon missile.
Yeah. Yeah. With 10 hit points, he's gonna.
Yeah. He will
Yeah.
survive.
He'll survive.
This one turn that he
Yeah.
needs to survive.
Yeah. He can take 2 missiles and come out the other side.
Yep. So yeah, all in all, I'm happy with Harpoon missiles. I'm happy with Tweak.
Yeah.
I don't think I will be flying Captain Justero. I think Cobra, or maybe Victor Hell with VI, something like that. Because PS, you just cannot be low PS now,
Yeah.
unless you are flying. I don't know, 5 of them or 6 of them or something. I don't know. I don't fly swarms. I don't know.
I
Fair
think,
enough.
I don't know.
Sure.
well, Max was the only one not to actually go to the UK Team Championships in this room. Was Michael was a captain for Moldy Crow 2.
Yeah.
And-
With Luke.
And Voitek was part of the Moldy Crow's number 1.
Yep.
One thing interesting we did see though, there was a 5 A-wing list. Somebody took 5
From by
A-wings.
Phil Grisham Koch, the famous X-Wing hipster, the owner of the double fire spray mod.
I also like these little paint jobs on their head, like checkered stripes. They're all different paint schemes as well. But there was nothing that could get us away from Andy Dalton's double decimator.
Haven't seen this one.
He had the bumping one, Oiken, with
And a patrol leader.
and Oiken had a little A-wing posted to the
I've
side
seen-
of
I've
it, so
seen
you
the
could
picture,
see
yeah. Seen the picture, yeah.
so you could see which one was Oiken. I thought that was a really nice, clever
In fact,
little mod.
That was the same list that he brought to Nationals.
And somebody else flew it for him because he was judging. I heard. There were some nice little modifications on there because I took my my lighted Lancer, and no one had any issue with it. I must also add, which I was kind of worried about because of one guy at Euros had a bit of an issue with me using a dice for Ray.
Well, as long as the actual game state is clearly indicated, it's
Yeah.
it's all fine.
I don't
Yeah.
understand, but he's in full right to say that, so that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, I had some good games and I had some bad games.
I
was
think the best conclusion from this game, the biggest winner of this game that we just had are Harpoon missiles.
Yes.
And like everyone is gonna love them. And
Yeah, they're gonna be everywhere.
The Imperial Aces,
Okay,
who are
no,
good
good.
already with cruise missiles, who are super awkward to launch,
Yeah.
they are just gonna become so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Fairship Rebels is doomed.
Yeah.
Yes.
So and also I think among all of the factions, the Imperials will have the biggest use of Harpoon missiles, but they will have to base on natural dice rolls.
Yeah.
Because most of the best missile platforms for Imperials doesn't have guidance chips that give you crits,
Mhm.
they will get normal hits.
Yeah.
So you'll have to be actually rolling crits, not
Yeah.
just swapping them.
Even then, a 4-dice missile that you don't spend your target lock for is
It's just super
amazingly
good, yeah.
brilliant.
That
Yep,
is
yes, of
that,
course, yeah.
that is still a
Or-
point cheaper than a homing missile.
Or you
Yeah.
go old school and you take 10 num with a manual cannon.
Well, he's not.
And you
for the
go-
rebels.
Yes,
Yeah.
but some way of giving it at least a consistent kind of crit mod
Mhm.
is always nice, I think, in that. But yeah,
What do you think of the game?
Yeah, it was a very fun one. There were definitely some stupid mistakes I made, but I was really fortunate with quick draw. That was the deciding factor.
She lost her shields at the exact
Just
right
this-
rate.
yeah.
Yes.
Just one by one.
Yeah,
And then when I had a shot on her without return fire,
you'd got the
although it was
Yeah.
unmodified 3 versus unmodified 2, so I wasn't really expecting too much, but unfortunately, one hit, one evade, nothing.
nothing you could do about it, really, was
Yeah.
there?
And again, like the expected number of hits on this dice roll is like 0.5, so should I expect more than that? I mean, I was like losing anyway, so I just went for the gamble.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong.
sometimes
going-
it works. Sometimes
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't really fault any of your flying Voitek. That was
No,
top
thank
class
you.
as always.
Trying my best.
No, you got a couple of dice rolls went against you, and the harpoon missiles the harpoon missiles combined with the pilot skill being was,
Yeah.
Just going to
was
delete
going
it.
to delete something, and
Yep.
Just Arrow was the obvious pick.
Mhm.
So that was going to happen, realistically speaking.
Yeah, but it was one of those things. I think when one died, then the next one died. There wasn't really going to be much comeback for Threek, was there? Really?
I mean, Vader was the second ship to die. Not
I mean,
yeah.
in terms of your side,
Yeah.
it literally was like Justero died, Ball is in Michael's court. Vader died. It's kind of more neutralized.
In fact,
Not really.
in fact, Vader dying was probably a really good moment for me as well, because it allowed quick draw to trigger another range 1 attack. On
Of
Yeah.
course it
Harpoon
did.
missile
Yeah.
exploded and put 1 damage. Exactly.
Yeah.
But it was still interesting anyway.
So
to
what
see
was the
that.
second game?
So the second game is between Darren and Chris. There was something a little bit interesting. They both sort of said they were up to playing a game today, and they came to a little proposition. They said, "You choose a ship for us to build around." So I thought, hang on a minute, let's go for stuff that you don't normally see or see very often.
Makes sense.
So Darren is going to be flying an interceptor, which he's built around. We'll get to those lists in a minute. I'm just putting the lists up in the squad builder.
Okay.
And Chris is flying an A-wing. I also thought it's quite appropriate as well, bearing in mind the new film. You kind of got the new interceptor being the silencer, and there's this talk of the new A-wing Mark II. So it's nice having what I thought about is like, actually, that kind of quite works.
It's going to be a hell of a game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All the out dodges and well,
So
that's
is Darren going for
that looks like a Carnor.
It looks like
The
the
best
6
instant.
critical hits got shot on Omega Ace.
On Omega Leader, yes.
Not Omega Leader, the other guy. No Omega Ace. Who's
No,
the
that's
guy
Omega
who can-
Leader there. Omega
Ace.
Omega Ace.
Omega Ace is the one who can spend a focused target
And target
lock to make
Yeah.
all
and
of
he's
their
got a
dice
shuttle,
quits.
so he can get.
Sorry, I saw Omega, and I was automatically. Isn't it always the thing? You see Omega, you instantly think Omega Leader, don't you? I know there's
Usually
other-
is Omega Leader.
Exactly.
She is everywhere.
That is true.
She's a very
So
popular
if you do
pilot.
that, eventually you'll fly someone with a lot of Revenant and Genius and no bombs. And you will play all the bad moves.
Well, that could quite easily happen. You're so used to seeing a ship with certain upgrades,
Yeah.
and when those certain upgrades aren't there or different,
You start to assume things.
Yeah.
exactly.
And, that's never a good idea.
That's kind of where you start to lose your focus really there a little bit. In that, you expect, like, for example, in this, you've got Carnal, we'll get onto it in a minute.
Yeah.
Carnal in an Interceptor, you normally assume Interceptors will have push the limit because they live and die by their actions.
Not these days.
Yeah. These days,
Not these
Veteran
days.
Instincts is
Yeah.
the better option.
In this case, the answer is he's got neither.
Oh.
He's got neither VI, neither push the limit.
So what's the CPT?
So Carnal Jax, if you're at range band 1 of an enemy ship, they cannot spend focuses evades or acquire focuses or evades.
I thought it was just focuses.
It's green tokens.
Green
Oh,
Green
okay.
tokens, so it's the whole
Well,
lot.
Not anymore, because really you can take reinforced now.
Yes.
Which is
not
also a
so
green
reinforce-
token.
But
I thought it
reinforces.
was. You can't spend focus evades or acquire green tokens, which
No, acquire green.
or is it?
There is no...
Click off. Click
I don't
off
think
there.
there is
That's-
term green tokens. In
Enemy
the game.
ships at range 1 cannot perform focus or evade actions and cannot spend focus or evade tokens.
Okay.
Yeah, there is no.
But
green
they can
tokens term
reinforce.
by the game rules.
Yeah.
Um,
Reinforce
What's
still
the
works
CPT
fine.
on Carnar?
He's got a trick shot.
Oh, trick shot. Okay.
Nice.
It's free.
Yeah.
it's different. It's very different. I must admit that. He did put the Royal Guard title on there, but there's actually no point because there's no second modification.
I mean, he didn't have points for that. It's a giant
Maybe,
build.
yeah,
right,
yeah.
anyway,
Maybe,
so-
maybe just built it and then thought, actually, I've changed some of the upgrades around, and then the Royal Guard title is nothing.
Plus,
in
it's
terms
cool
of
to
points.
fly a Royal Guard pilot, even if you don't have all the maximum efficiency out of it.
It's capable of having another modification. It just
I would put guidance chips.
Yes.
free. Yeah, you can have those.
Why not, right?
Yeah.
I was flying Manaru in my Paratani with Mind Link, guidance chips, and Genius.
Sure. Because you can.
And there were many enemies asking me, "What's that?" And I was like, "That's my secret master plan." And like some of them were actually confused, which is like, yeah, success.
Oh,
The only thing
Wonderful.
is if you buy into that tactic and then you get yourself confused by making somebody else confused, and then you go there thinking this does that, does that.
You're not.
Oh
gonna
wait, it doesn't.
You're
I
not
think
gonna
it's fair-
confuse yourself
No.
with a list
It's-
that you have flied 30 or 40 times.
No.
I think it's fairly easy to remember not to use guidance chips when you don't have munitions.
Or Genius when you
Yeah.
have no bombs.
Yeah, it's very easy to remember
Yeah.
that you're not going to do that.
It's really just a psychological play.
Or a joke.
Or a joke.
Yeah.
Depends on them. Or both.
Just put the last few things in here because I had them sent to me and
So
I've been let
what's
use
the A weight?
this.
Right, guys,
well,
I have to go. If that's
okay.
everything that you wanted
Yeah.
to speak, then
Yep,
thanks
no,
very
that's
much for
fine.
the games. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Well deserved. See you later, guys.
See you later.
Catch you around, X-Wing community.
And I
Just trying to see if there's what have I missed.
don't know. What have you missed?
So there you go. There's the answer to the question.
There's an EPT on Omega Race or modification.
There is a it's a tech slot.
He
No,
has
it's not
a
a tech slot.
No, you filled that with a comm relay.
I did. EPT. That's the one.
What's he got?
Swarm leader.
Of course he does, because that's how you get the absurd number of attack dice. So, in case anyone hasn't seen this build, Omega Race, spend a focus and target lock on an attack, and all your dice turn into quits. That's his ability. If he has Swarm Leader, and then you can get more dice by spending his friend's evade tokens, so that at range 1 he gets 5. Then this also has Youngster with Expose
To make it 6.
to make it 6.
So youngster, every friendly TIE fighter, range bound 1 to 3, may perform the action on the equipped upgrade cards.
And it's equipped with Expose.
Yep.
So that means that Omega Race can charge into range 1 of someone, use Expose, gain a focus and target lock from the Gamma Squadron veteran TIE shuttle with Fleet Officer and Systems Officer to get its tokens, and then use Swarm Leader using Colonel Jax and Youngster's evade tokens to turn that into 6 dice, spend both those tokens, and those are just going to be 6 crits.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can do that.
Ouch.
Yeah.
That's painful.
Yeah,
I don't
it is.
like it.
Yeah.
You used to think with, like, for example, the double tap ghost, do you think any ace with 4 hit points or less is automatically in trouble? But now you're saying any ace with, like, 3 or less than, like, even 3 or 4 agility is gonna still take a lot of punishment.
Well, I mean, at this point, what you have, because you're doing, say you get into, well, say it was a mirror match, and Omega Race got that into range 1 of Karnor, who cannot survive from full health.
No, even rolling perfectly.
Yeah, no, just doomed now, gone. It's just gone now.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Even a fragile B-wing, because of the way the shields and hull are orientated.
It would take 1 crit.
It's got 1 evade dice. Oh, it's
Yeah.
the other way around. Sorry, it's the fragile Y-wing would take the punishment that time round. Because
minimum 2 crits.
Yeah.
Minimum, probably 3.
And especially if, you could have that situation where you get direct hit into major explosion into direct hit, bye-bye Y-wing.
Yes. Yes, you could. No,
Crazy.
the thing there, though, is that it's a... by that point, it's spent all its tokens. It's exposed, so it's agility 2, and it's a TIE fighter.
Yeah.
A TIE FO, so it has a shield as well.
But still, at that point, it is screaming hit me.
Yeah. He dies fast. He's only planet skill 7. It's a silly thing, and literally only works if you build your entire list to make it work. And you end up with a silly list that has one
trick.
one fun gimmick.
Intensity. Well, it depends on where intensity triggers. Because if he does that,
You are right. Intensity does get around Karno in getting the token, but not spending it because it's not an action. It's not a focus to evade
it's signing
action.
a token at this point. Yes.
However, Karnor will still stop you from spending it. However, Karnor doesn't work. That will work if you're using, say, Intensity Poe. Because Poe isn't spending the token. He's just
saying, "I've got one, and I'm using my ability to turn it up."
So Intensity Poe just laughs at Karnor. Yeah. Poe doesn't care. Karnor also can't. Expertise also. He doesn't care about Karnor.
No, because you're not spending a focus token. You're just kind of going. I have an attack focus mod that
I have come against that.
System.
Yeah, I have come against that with an expertise Ray, getting into range 1 of Karnor and laughing.
Range 1 and in arc.
Yeah,
That is definitely Bon Voyage Carnal.
yeah. He didn't last long. He was
Evaporated.
a bit. So yeah, that's Karnor's a useful ability, but there's a few ways around it these days. Yeah, Poe won't care because these days your standard Poe is intensity because that just works so well.
Yes.
It's such a good thing. Intensity Poe, BB-8, prime thrusters.
Yeah.
It's Untitled.
I came up
Black
against an Intensity Poe and Old Han round 1 at UK Team Championships.
Okay.
And Poe was just a nightmare, an annoyance, and with Han having Jan Ors and Ray.
Okay.
So you can do an evade from the old title,
Yeah.
bring a focus across from Ray, and then instantly turn it into an evade.
Sure.
It's just like, ooh. And my 2 fellow teammates, Toby and Elliot, were like, how the heck did you not see that? It's just like, because I was focusing at the rest of the list and not noticed that there was a focus. The evade. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I
and
see that.
As this is old Han, he can go, and it had expertise as well. I must also add.
Sure.
If I see one hit and no other thing, I will probably re-roll it because I'm likely to see at least one again.
Yeah, just try again.
And then you go, oh look, I've got 3.
How soon do you need me?
Could start now and say, or in the next few minutes.
Give me like a couple of minutes.
Yeah, sounds good. So yeah, Robin's also joining me for the next game as well.
Yeah, I'll be wandering off.
But But yeah, that was super tanky, super annoying. It didn't help that I flew Dengar onto a rock by accident. And I had a shot at both Han
Well,
and
I
Poe.
imagine you didn't do it on purpose.
No, and then I thought Han might have had a shot at range 3, so I didn't spend a focus to kill off Poe. And then Poe survived the shot.
No, kill Poe, kill that Poe. He is a problem. He is. Intensity Poe. Just get rid of him as quickly as
And
you
also,
can.
with something that's going... Like, I had both of them with K4, so I had Ketsu and Dengar both with K4, so I go, I'll put a target lock on here, and they go, black one, bye-bye.
Yeah. That title is fantastic.
So I do a barrel roll, and that gets rid of Dengars. I do a boost, and that gets rid of Asajj's. It's like, well, you're now back at square one with only your focus mod or expertise.
Black One is a fantastic title.
It saves a
good
lot.
luck. Yeah, good luck firing munitions at Poe or Omega Leader.
Yes.
I was just going to laugh at Omega Leader because Poe don't care. Poe just doesn't care. It's just whatever, do whatever.
Yeah, you stick a target lock on anyone, and then I go, bye-bye.
Oh, no, well, he has to be at range 1, but he's always at range 1 of himself. So, one of the few things that can deal with late-game Omega Leader is Poe. Because Omega Leader's trick will not work against Poe.
And especially if Poe rolls perfectly and has a focus on the defence, and one of those gets juked and it just goes, well, that's now evaded. Juke turns it down to a focus. It's a crack shot that removes the dice completely.
Yeah. It's Juke, because it's mostly you get rid of the target lock, so now I can modify my dice against you again. That's nice. I'm going to be shooting at you, because this is Poe doing Poe's thing with intensity, with a focus and a target lock every turn.
Yes.
Using Poe's ability, so I've got that focus defensively as well.
Yeah.
It's just an absolute nightmare for Omega Leader. Cannot deal with Poe.
But I did come up against some interesting little lists. Like, in 2 matches I saw Cavill, my old buddy Cavill.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah. It's been a long while since we've seen him.
There's things you can do with him.
He was in one match. He was paired up against double contracted scout.
Sure.
I got into the action really quick, killed off one of them before even a shot of torpedoes. Then the guy forgot with his other one just before that died that he was at range band 2 because I already marked the shot with Ketsu.
Sure.
So he didn't spend the munitions on Ketsu to kill Ketsu.
Mistakes.
And then Dengar just went, right, I've got all my health here apart from one shield. I will make sure I hit range band 1 and you cannot hit me. Because he had a TLT.
TLT Cavill. No.
So you cannot hit me.
Personally, I have.
I'd actually rather. I worked the math out. I'd have rather have stayed at range band 2. He fires at me for TLT, and I go, well, okay. At this point, I have 6 red dice coming. You.
Yeah.
Only taking a maximum 2.
Yeah.
But staying at range band 1 unavoidable is also a fair play as well.
Now with Cavill, I do like VI him up to PS9 and Autoblaster Turret.
Because it makes you want to have...
with vector clusters.
Yes.
So you chuck him into his high pilot skill. He's up at 9. You get him into range 1. Out of arc. That's 3 dice. Can't dodge him.
If they're hits. Theoretically. Yeah.
But still, it's great because
yeah,
he's on 3 dice. You're likely to get 1 hit minimum.
Yes. Law of average dictates that.
1, maybe 2, 1.5. I mean, crits don't matter, and if you don't need to barrel roll, then you take a target lock.
Yeah. But, you know, I'd probably more take a focus because you see focuses, then you get average hits and they're unavoidable that way rather than...
Target lock's better.
Because you could also use the target lock to tactically re-roll crits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's 3 hit results and 1 crit and 2 focus results. So for that situation, usually they are on attack. They're actually the same. They're equivalent, more or less, apart from things to do with crits. A focus can't get you crits, a target lock can. But in terms of number of hit or crit results gained, they are on average equal. It's just that a focus is more versatile. You know, being usable defensively. But for an auto blaster turret, the target lock is better.
So we made a very good, valid point because they looked through all our lists and went, hang on a minute, you're a team called the Mouldy Crows, right? And went, yeah. None of you are using a hawk.
No. No. The Mouldy Crows sent like 4 teams?
4 teams.
4 teams. Were any of them using a hawk?
No.
Brilliant! We're good at this.
That was good planning.
We're good at this names thing.
We were just mentioning that when we went down as the teams, there was 8 potential players that could have taken a hawk, and none of us did.
No. It's
12 people went from the Mouldy Crows to this thing. None of them flew the Mouldy Crow.
When 1/3 of them was playing Imperials, and that's not a viable option to them.
Wow.
It's true. I'm not to blame on that front.
Okay, you get away with it this time, Farndon.
But
Do you want to tag out, Max?
Yeah.
on that note, but yeah, Robin was another one who was actually there on Sunday as well for that
Yes,
the long day in Milton Keynes.
It was a bit of a haul. It was an excellent event, but the almost 10 o'clock finish and then the 2-hour drive home
Well,
was wiping.
I'm gonna say I got away with that late night kind of thing because we left a little bit early in our case, but
Yeah.
we did have
It was a shame about that final round bye.
we didn't get the bye in the end.
Oh, did you not?
No, we got paired against someone. It was just like I said to Toby. I said to both of them. I said, "Do you want to play this last one? We haven't been paired as a bye because about then 3 people dropped to make it back to square numbers again." It was just like, no. And I said, right at that point, I didn't want to, I said to him, I didn't want to, as team captain, being diplomatic, I didn't want anyone to feel like they're being tagged along one way or the other.
Yeah.
Where if I was more than happy to have played the last game, but if they didn't, then it's like, well, we're giving them a 1-0 handicap before we start, or 2-0 handicap, and it's not worth playing for personal pride at that point. We came as a team, we fight as a team, we leave as a team.
Yeah. No, that seems reasonable.
But yeah, it was kind of one of those really interesting things. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the idea of the format. I completely enjoyed the format because it's something I hadn't done before, especially as it's a team doesn't you don't normally have that team thing very often. But yeah,
yeah.
It was
well.
It was definitely...
Look, it was also one of the most competitive fields of X-Wing you're ever going to play into. It was an incredibly strong group of people to be playing against, and that really was a top tier event, particularly for something that's not even like an official FFG event. I'm very impressed by what UKTC put together there. Plus, a shiny assortment of alt art cards is never a bad thing to walk away with from an event with. I was quite taken with it.
The only thing that was quite silly though is from a personal point of view, you go as a 3-man team, but in the not too distant future you could run, because one of them was the Black Sun Vigo, you could run 4 Vigos.
Yeah.
But you're only getting 3. You see what you mean? You sort of like you got halfway and then not.
But no, it's like I was very impressed by the event, very impressed by the format. Team play, the 3-person teams as well, means that at no point are you really just sort of putting the weight of your success or failure on one person, which makes it a much more enjoyable format as well. So it's not that anyone's
no.
It's not a burden of responsibility on any one person.
No.
And I think that's a much better way for it all to function.
The one thing I found quite funny you say that is there was one game where we weren't sure how we were going to match things up, and it was like I went against the scum list and Toby went up against a ghost. I think it was a chopper, maybe a chopper ray.
Yeah.
And it's just like they were both potentially had the tools to deal with Toby's list. I lost 100 naught, Elliot lost 100 naught, and Toby won when we kind of went, yeah. So and that kind of summed up our luck, really.
We did some very interesting. I'm going to use the phrase "very interesting statistics,"
Okay.
which I'm aware may immediately turn a large portion of our viewership off.
Just remember, you're sitting with somebody who does enjoy a little bit of statistics and maths, even though I can't necessarily say the words.
But it does seem to be hugely favourable that the matches you pick are the ones that you win. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you want to be picking first, because if you're picking first, you're only picking one of the 3 matchups for the turn rather than 2. But that only works if you've got relatively generalist lists. If you've got very specialist lists, you really need that first pick so you can make sure that your specialist list goes into the thing that it should be fighting against.
Yes, definitely. That was something I think that suddenly dawned on us, like, second or third game in, where it was just like, if there's something we need to specifically try and avoid, a matchup that we know we specifically need to avoid, then we have to choose it.
Yeah.
Because if not, our opponent will.
Were you flying with initiative bid at all?
We had a 2-point initiative bid.
2-point bid. So that actually probably meant that for the majority of your matches, you were getting first choice then.
About 2.
Oh, interesting. Okay. We actually had to roll for initiative off with our 0-point bid for multiple matches during our event.
I had a couple. I think it was 1 or 2. So we might have had the initiative call on 2 of them. I think we lost dice rolls on 2, and there's 1 or 2 maybe that we had the bid.
Yeah.
I lost the bid, especially as we went up against one who had a bid of 290.
Yeah, no, a 10-point bid will do you a lot of
an
work.
Average of 3.3 a ship.
Yeah.
Or 3.3 a list.
Yeah, no, that's quite substantial. Should I run through the lists while you set up the overlay?
Yes, that sounds like a good idea. We've actually gone through quite heavily